Now, World Evangelical Alliance.
Thank you, Mr. President. The World Evangelical Alliance welcomes the report of the Special Rapporteur and the focus on protection for 2023. Protection has been a key focus of our anti-trafficking work in Asia to protect Myanmar refugees, and Europe, where our anti-trafficking network was activated in the first week of Russia's war to protect Ukrainians at the border, in transit and temporary housing. Displaced Ukrainians need long-term protection, and we call on governments in the region to provide avenues to regularize migration status for those rebuilding their lives in neighboring countries or further abroad. Access to jobs, education, childcare and housing must also continue for displaced people, including those who wish to return home. Exhaustion, depleted funds, divided attention and increasing demands are negatively impacting those serving closest to the Ukraine crisis. We urge the international community to fulfill and strengthen their commitment to financial support to protect vulnerable populations in Ukraine and neighboring countries and other regions facing displacement. Finally, we are particularly concerned about the vulnerability of stateless people displaced by Russia's war on Ukraine. Can the Special Rapporteur comment on the situation for Roma people in Ukraine and neighboring countries in terms of identification and protection? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellencies, distinguished guests. Briefly to comment on the questions, to respond particularly with regard to statelessness, to note that the issues and risks of statelessness are highlighted in the report, have also been highlighted in statements made on the outbreak of conflict in Ukraine, particularly to highlight the specific risks that may be faced by people who are stateless, including children who may be stateless, and to ensure that where they are displaced to neighbouring countries within the EU, for example, that there is effective access to temporary protection under the EU Temporary Protection Directive. But more broadly, it is essential to end and reduce statelessness, to take steps to ensure the right of children to a nationality as recognised under the Convention on the Rights of the Child.